iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts.
Playlists and listen live on the free iHeart app. Well, hello there, Amanda. It's time for our podcast. What a show today.
What a show. Jimmy Kimmel returned to the screen with a very sensitive and yet funny monologue that with something like 12 million people.
I wasn't
viewed.
a fan of Jimmy Kimmel. I wasn't not a fan, but I wasn't aware of his stuff. I was, but now I'm a big fan of him. I think he's a very classy guy.
A very, very classy guy. We'll be talking about that.
The pub test today, funding Sculptures by the Sea.
Sculptures by the Sea is reliant on government funding. It's a non-for-profit. It has sponsorship, but it needs some government money. It hasn't got that this year. It's at risk of falling by the wayside. Imagine if we lost Sculptures by the Sea.
Does it pass the pub test? Robert Irwin on Dancing with the Stars, as a former contestant on Dancing with the Stars, as you are, I feel exactly how Robert would be feeling. A lot of people were saying, this kid is on fire.
Yeah.
They were the words that were touted around my time when I was on the dancing show.
I think people said, I wish someone would set you on fire.
I'm pretty sure it was...
I remember you dancing with a lot of smoke on the floor to try and cover your footwork.
There wasn't enough smoke.
Could someone pump in some more smoke?
Also, Ben Elton joining us in this podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy.
We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Good morning to you, Amanda.
How are you?
Very well. Big day for you today.
Oh, look, it's exciting. And I didn't know whether to mention it, and I asked Jack's permission to do it, but Jack is doing our traffic this morning for Gold. He works for the Australian Traffic Network a couple of mornings a week.
And before you scream Nepo anything, the kid did it under his own his own steam.
He's pretty good. I texted him last night and just said, I'm excited for our jobs colliding tomorrow, thinking that little baby in my arms, and here he is doing his stuff with our show. And he said, isn't it a cool moment?
I gave him some vocal training. I've been mentoring.
Old Mother Ruddle.
Old Mother Ruddle had a rough cut punt. I've got him doing that sort of stuff. But the kid, he's got the skills. Let's have a listen.
Greenacre fire crews are on site near a car dealership on the Hume Highway near Baronia Road. 2 westbound lanes are blocked. Wilberforce, look out for a burst water main on Wilberforce Road between Vermont Street and Buttsworth Lane.
Listen to that.
I've never heard him be so articulate.
Listen to that. Okay, the most important thing, how did he go with the credit?
Paddy's Flemington is your one-stop market. Open Friday to Sunday with fresh produce, seafood, fashion and more. Visit paddysmarkets.com.au.
He sounds a bit like Robert
Sydney's
Irwin.
latest traffic.
He does. Wait till he gets to a Caruso's ad. Vaginal health commercials, mate. That separates the men from the boys.
They've pulled you off them.
Jack, I taught him everything I know. Remember when you went on assignment with Chris Brown for that show and he came in and filled in for that day on
And
the
now
show?
look, he's working with the Traffic Network.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so listen out, he'll be doing our traffic today, and he's probably mortally embarrassed that I've mentioned it.
If you can't embarrass your son as a mother, what's the point?
What's the point of having children?
We have an action-packed show today. Ben Elton is going to be joining us on the show. Smart versus Dart. I'm just curious because we're away next week. Yeah. So Smart versus Dart, you will predict what happens on Friday night, no doubt.
2 games, yes. Friday night and
Sunday.
Yeah, 2 games.
So what's going to happen with the grand final?
I have a plan.
Are we going to come in during next week and do another round?
No, I am going to preemptively, well, when I say it's the universe, as you know, I will predict the winner by throwing darts at you, of Friday's game and of Sunday's game.
Yep.
And then those 2 balloons, the 2 winners from those predictions, will be playing in the grand final. So today I'll also predict who will win the grand final. Nostrils Damas, as I said. Wouldn't have picked it.
It's all moot.
Yeah, but it's the closest we're going to get. The universe will choose because the universe will know.
But it's moot. Because
Stop saying moot.
Caruso's.
The universe will know.
Okay. But you know what's moot?
Duh.
It's a moot point.
Oh, really?
Anyway, I look forward to it.
I
don't even understand how it works.
Well, I'm going to take you through it. All you need to know is today I'll be predicting the winner of the grand final.
Okay.
Without
you.
Madam Zender style.
Airways. Thank you, Nostradamus.
You're welcome.
And we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question number 1. Which small yellow characters love bananas and work for Gru?
Jam Nation. So I've been delivered a package this morning. This is from...
Who's it from?
Susie. Hello, Susie.
Hello, Susie.
Just sounded like...
Hello, children. What does it say?
Jonesy and Amanda, a small Sharks token while doing a promo for work. I hope I'm not too off with the size.
What have you got?
Susie has gifted me. Oh, look at this, a Sloppy Joe. And look, it's got a Sharky logo.
And your name on it.
On the back. Oh, Susie, that's lovely. What a nice gift. I don't know if I'm the sort of guy that walks around with my name on my back, though. You know, those dudes, I once went on a motorbike ride with Kieran Perkins, the swimmer, and on his helmet it said Kieran Perkins. I just thought, why advertise that?
I tell you why, because if you'd all had a crash, the Ambos would go to him first.
Oh, actually, that's good. Maybe I should put Kieran Perkins on my helmet. Susie said she can make one for Amanda. Happy to send you a personalised Shark suck or Jonesy sucks too. I imagine you walking around. It's like, how many conditions can you put on there?
That's very nice of you, Susie.
I don't know. I don't know if I can walk around with my name on my back. That's all. I don't know.
Do you wear Sharks merch?
No, not really. Not largely.
You're not one of those guys who wears it in case you get the call up? Hey, we're down a few players. I saw a guy at the shops.
Yeah, because if I dress like one of the players,
you'll be called up.
Craig Fitzgibbons go, come on, mate, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get out there.
Get out there.
Thank you, Susie. That's a lovely gift. We're into the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
I also want a helmet that says Kieran Perkins.
Do you think I could ask Tony of Alawa, perhaps, that can I wear a Sloppy Joe with my name on the back?
You're going to be like those dogs at the dog parks that now have their names on all their little harnesses.
But it's like something that astronauts would do or something like that.
Well, I told you about that I was in LA with the living room and Chris Brown said, I think I just saw Buzz Aldrin in the lift. I said, how did you know? And he said he had a jacket on that says Buzz Aldrin. So that's always a giveaway.
That is a dead giveaway.
Unless it was Kieran Perkins wearing a Buzz Aldrin jacket.
I think sports people, astronauts, I think radio people, minor celebrities walking around with their name on their back, it might look like a bit of a tool. Tony, what do you think?
Mate, look, because it's the Sharkies one, go ahead, wear it.
Yep.
But it'd look better if it was the West Tigers one.
I see.
Well, Tony, you sort of go...
Well, maybe, Jonesy, wear it when you watch the game on Friday night.
It's not really Anthony Mundine standing
You don't have to wear it up at the shops. Just wear it at home to honour the team when you're watching them.
What do you think, Brian?
No, Manly.
Okay. Right.
We don't care, Brendan, is what we're telling you.
I'm just curious. Susie's gifted me this thing.
Yeah,
I'd like to wear
lovely
it,
for Susie to...
But I don't want people talking behind my back.
Oh. Well, you... Tony, here's question number 1. Which small yellow characters love bananas and work for Gru?
Oh, I believe that would be the Minions.
You're right.
Which tower is taller in Sydney here? So is it Sydney Tower I, which is formerly Centrepoint Tower?
And are you counting the little spire bit as well?
Yeah, you got to count the spire.
Okay.
Or the Sydney Salesforce Tower. The Sydney Salesforce Tower, and we're looking at it right now.
They look like they're side by side from where we are.
Oh, what do you think, Tony?
Wow, I would say the Sydney Eye Tower.
Yep.
You are right.
The Sydney Tower is 309 metres.
Yep.
And the Salesforce Tower is 263 metres.
What about Crown? How big's Crown?
I don't have extraneous information.
It says it right there on the bit of paper.
Well, read it to me.
Well, because that just ruined the whole thing.
My eyes are so... I can't read that.
It's 271 metres.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay. Let's play Monster Mash.
Let's kick off this Monster Mash.
We've mashed 2 songs together, Tony. What are they? Oh, wow.
Whoa. I love it.
Any ideas? Do you know one?
I know one of them is Careless Whisper.
Yeah.
By George Michael. But the other one is like a rock one, upbeat, I don't know. I couldn't make it out because I'm in the car. I'm going to go The Angels. Am I ever going to see your face again?
Sorry, Tony. We will say the proverbial to you as well.
But thank you for your rambling answer.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
The Magnificent Seven.
We're up to question number 3, Monster Mash.
Let's kick off this Monster Mash.
Now, we know one of these songs is Careless Whisper by George Michael. What is the other?
You know, it sounds like one of the soundtrack songs from Top Gun, the original. You know, one of those songs that you go, oh, yeah, that's good, but you never really heard it. Andrew's in Cronulla.
Andrew, do you know what the other song is?
Well, I believe it's Rebel Yell, Billy Idol.
You believe right, Andrew?
Yep, that's it.
You believe?
There's Careless Whisper.
Yeah, and then there's Billy.
I've always wondered what they'd sound like together.
And
Said
there
no
you
one
have it.
ever.
Andrew,
Yeah.
which musician is set to headline the 2025 NRL Grand Final entertainment? In the AFL, they've got Snoop Dogg. We've got... Do you want multiple choice or do you want to have a crack at this? Because it's been everywhere.
Nah, multiple choice, please.
Oh, come on, Andrew. Is it A, Teddy runs, B, Teddy swims,
And what's C?
or C, Teddy hops?
I'm going to go B.
It is. It's
Teddy
Teddy
Swims.
Swims, funnily enough. It is.
Have you heard of Teddy Swims before, Andrew?
No, I haven't.
He's everywhere.
I think
He's
you're
got
going
the
to like
tattoos
him.
all over his
I think
face.
you're going to like him. Question 5. Gummy, poo, and Kodiak can all be types of what?
Wow. Say that again.
Gummy, poo, and Kodiak can all be types of what?
I want to say lollies. I don't know.
Well,
Andrew of Cronulla.
the first one is, but they're all types of what?
Hopefully the Sharks actually do better than you did in this when they take on the Storm on Friday night, Andrew. Jackie's in Inglebert.
Hi, Jackie.
Good morning. How are we?
Very
Great,
well.
Jack.
So, Gummy, poo, and Kodiak can all be types of what?
Bears.
Bears. Yep. We have a poo bear, we have a gummy bear, and a Kodiak bear.
The German entrepreneur Adi Dassler founded which sportswear company?
Oh.
Think of the name. What's his name again, Brendan?
Adidas.
Yeah,
you know it.
That's right.
I remember at school we'd put All Day I Dream About Sex. That was the acronym.
Oh,
And we'd
really?
laugh.
I can imagine what Puma might have been.
Oh, that was... Well, you can't say that anymore.
Question number 7. Which talk show host returned to the TV screen yesterday after a suspension?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel will be playing a little bit of his
if you missed
extraordinary monologue. What a thing to have to do.
It was,
eh?
it was very classy, I thought.
He's a very thoughtful, classy man.
And I wasn't much of a fan of his. I was aware of his, but I do like his stand-up and what he's very articulate in his monologues. But I thought what he said has actually made me more of a fan.
Yeah, so we'll play that for you shortly.
Congratulations to you, Jackie. You've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming your way. A 365-day SIM plan valued at $300. Escape your pricey telco with great deals from Amasim, a family pass to Echoes, a light and sound show at Bella Vista Farm, limited nights and tickets remain, and Jonesy Demeter caricatures for you to colour in and some standard pencils. I say, Jackie, anything you'd like to add to this?
Thank you very much. Sounds lovely. Thank you.
Carry on, Jackie.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Well, I can see that you're excited. Your nipples are erect. So let's get started.
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Thumbing through the Jarmanac, our Big Booger musical facts. On this day in 1989, U2 released Everlasting Love. You know that they didn't write that song.
Yes, I do know that.
It was originally released in 1967 by a chap by the name of Robert Knight. That's him. Did you know that it's been covered by multiple artists? By the Town Criers, Rex Smith, Rachel Sweet.
Anyone I'd heard of?
Doug Parkinson.
Yes, I remember him, the mutton
big
chops.
mutton chops.
Yes.
Giving the Australian Guernsey to it. That has been a top 40 hit in the US in the 1960s, the 70s, the 80s and the 90s.
Who's going to have a crack now?
What about Little Poopy?
Little Yachty could do it.
Little Yachty could do it.
I don't know if Little Poopy could. Little Yachty could.
If anyone. What about Little Baby?
No. Little Baby's grown out of the demographic.
Let's put on YouTube.
Jam Nation.
Well, after a few days suspension by the ABC, which is owned by Disney, Jimmy Kimmel's talk show is back on the air. Disney has lost a lot of money in the last few days. People have been cancelling cruises. People have been cancelling trips to Disneyland. People have been cancelling their Disney subscriptions. And the ABC's copped a lot of flack. So Jimmy was
That's ABC
back.
America, not ABC Australia.
Yes, ABC Australia also received got some mail about this saying it had nothing to do with us. Don't look here. So many people tuned in to watch this show, and the monologue video alone has had 12.9 million views.
Wow.
So all eyes on deck pretty much to see how he would deal with what's happened to him over the last few days. He actually began by saying, I'm not sure who had a weirder 48 hours, me or the CEO of Tylenol. That's how it started. But then he got quite emotional as he explained what he had been trying to do in that first monologue and why he accepted why people may have been upset.
I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way.
He's very classy, very classy.
Very, very gracious. He said he'd had a lot of people had reached out to him, and the last few days have been so humbling.
I've had the opportunity to meet and spend time with comedians and talk show hosts from countries like Russia, countries in the Middle East, who tell me they would get thrown in prison for making fun of those in power, and worse than being thrown in prison. They know how lucky we are here. Our freedom to speak is what they admire most about this country. And that's something I'm embarrassed to say I took for granted until they pulled my friend Steven off the air and tried to coerce the affiliates who run our show in the cities that you live in to take my show off the air. That's not legal. That's not American. That is un-American, and it is so dangerous.
And I'm glad he's back. Does that mean that he's going to go soft on Donald Trump now?
He did his best to cancel me. Instead, he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly. He might have to release the Epstein files to distract us from this now.
I take that as a no.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Answer the Pub test. Cancelling Sculptures by the Sea. Have they done jokes about Donald Trump? No.
What's happening?
It's costing too much.
Well, this is the government funding may be withdrawn. That's what's happened. Sculptures by the Sea is a spectacular tourist bonanza. People, locals, well, the locals get annoyed because lots of people are there, but it's a spectacularly beautiful sculptural walk from Bondi to Tamarama. It's one of Sydney's most popular events. 500,000 visitors view over 100 sculptures by artists from all around the world.
Yep.
I've had friends who've exhibited in it.
You've got one in your backyard.
My uncle had made a herd, is that what we call them, of fiberglass zebras, one of which is in my backyard.
And that was sourced responsibly. You didn't just go and rip it off.
No, I asked him if I could buy it.
Sculptures by the Sea just sort of started as an organic thing. Someone just put a milk crate with a skull on it, and there you had it. That's how it started.
Well, it's become bigger than Ben-Hur. It's a not-for-profit organisation, and this year they're saying it could be cancelled due to lack of funding. The art exhibition needs a further $200,000 within the next 2 weeks.
$200,000
for the event to go ahead. There's a combination of sponsorship and government funding, and it was unable to secure the funding from the federal government to support the event.
And they don't get any money. There's no entry fee.
It's free to go in because people come from all the different entryways along that walk. It is free.
I do like it. I've never been to it. I want to go to it. It's like for years I wanted to go to Vivid or the zoo or any of those places. And I like the idea of it, and then I just don't do it.
But you expect the government to kick in. Yeah. You don't have to go to the Opera House to love the idea that Sydney has an opera house.
You've got to have stuff.
You've got to have stuff. The exhibition, apparently, cost $3 million to put on.
Really?
And they've had to do cutbacks every single year.
What's the breakdown? Why does it cost so much? Because it's just some Johnny artists.
You pay the artists, and rightly so. You have to
pay the artists. I thought it was to show their wares.
It's not a big sales jamboree.
They should be able to sell the stuff.
Artists should be able to make a living.
Of course.
Pay the artists. And also they have to pay security. There have been cases of and that's where you've had to have some cutbacks, but there have been cases of the stuff being damaged.
Ripping off a zebra, for example.
So how do you feel? I would hate this to disappear, and I would hate it to be toned down. It is a thing that Sydney should be very proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Funding sculptures by the sea. Does this pass the pub test?
Jam Nation.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Funding sculptures by the sea. Does it pass the pub test? It's not just for disinterested influencers in Lululemon pants who run past and ignore it. I've ignored it. Since
in your
inception.
Lululemon pants?
Yeah, when I'm in my Lululemons. But I've never been to it. But I love it. I think it should always stay.
It's one of Sydney's most spectacular events. 500,000 visitors over the few weeks that it's on, viewing 100 extraordinary sculptures dotted around what has to be the most beautiful coastline in the world.
You know, my favourite one was the melting ice cream truck.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. This has been held since 1997. It is a free public exhibition. And because of that, it does rely, funnily enough, on funding. They're now saying that this year's Sculptures by the Sea could be cancelled due to lack of funding. It needs a further $200,000 over the next 2 weeks. It's a non-for-profit organisation. It relies on a combination of sponsorship and government funding, and it was unable to secure enough government funding from the federal government to support this exhibition. So it'd be horrendous if Sculptures by the Sea fell by the wayside. I think it's a really important thing to fund. If this was a football organisation, would we even be having this discussion? We need to fund our arts, and this is a public, free event. It's a beautiful thing for everyone to enjoy. Funding Sculptures by the Sea, does it pass the pub test?
I think Sculpture by the Sea should be funded by the government, just as long as the organisers go through the correct process of applying for funding. I think it's a wonderful exhibition which draws a lot of people down, and it will be a real tragedy if it doesn't go ahead.
There's nothing more iconic than walking around the foreshores of Sydney looking at such beautiful sculptures. So the New South Wales government, let's get behind it and let's keep it funded and let's keep it going.
I believe it does. It brings enough people into the area, and also if the government doesn't fund it, well, we're going to lose another attraction for our city.
Yes, it does pass the pub test. It's an iconic event, and it's important not only for the sculptors, but for Sydney-siders and tourism as well.
Yeah, what else are you going to see? Sculptures by the train line, shopping trolley with a plastic bag in it.
Ooh, wow, that sounds good.
Oh, I love what he's done with it.
I love it. And it's gone in the creek.
I'm looking forward to ignoring it again this year, but I want it to stay.
Well, it's like Vivid. You don't have to go to be proud that Sydney has it.
Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Ben Elton has entertained us for over 35 years with his humour, his wit, his life insights and his storytelling. Well, he's now written an autobiography called What Have I Done? And he joins us now. Ben, hi.
Hello. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's always good to talk to you. What haven't you done? And as I was reading this book, I've read a lot of your fiction work, which I always love. And as I was reading this book, I thought, well, why has he written a book about himself before? It's almost you pretty much answer that question straight away. And it was a pretty tough time when you first embarked on writing a book back in 2012 about yourself.
Yes, I've never particularly, up until 2014, really, I'd never thought about writing a biography. I always thought it was a bit funny, people writing them, when they were really quite young. But obviously, you get famous, you get offered a book deal, and I guess you do it. Sometimes people write more than one biography. My very dear friend Stephen Fry's got 3 out, and I don't think he's out of short trousers yet. But anyway, I didn't think about it for most of my life. But then after Rick died, and also I had a particularly, I was in a bit of a career slump and feeling very slightly sorry for myself, which is unlike me. Very kind of angry about a lot of things about Rick's early death. And so I dropped it. But then quite recently, last year, my mum died, which left me a very old orphan. And also there's quite a bit of dementia about. And in my family, And I just thought it was time.
I loved reading about your university years and obviously the places that you were living that gave birth to the young ones. But it's such a love letter to Rick Mayall. You said the second you saw him, you pretty much fell in love with him.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it looked like all love affairs. This one was very much a platonic love affair. But I did love him. It was kind of love at first sight. He was a third year, I was a first year, so that was, he was very impressive. He's incredibly handsome. I'm not normally a great one who notices male beauty, but no one could ever fail to look at Rick and not be incredibly struck by his sort of mesmerizing. He was mesmerising, and he had immense star quality, and he was the star of a student show that they put on for Freshers Week. And I describe in the book just how, even though he was a kind of spotty 20-year-old third year in a cold big coat in a cold autumn day in 1970, he literally controlled the room so beautifully. And we became friends very quickly. Aid was in that show as well, Aid Edmondson, and was also brilliant, but he was much more difficult to get to know. We've been close friends ever since. He came up with the title, What Have I Done?
Oh, and that's what you said in the start of the book. The BBC passed on a new show that you and he were working on in 2012. I find that extraordinary that someone would pass on Rick Mayall.
And yeah, the BBC knocked him back. They thought he was too big a presence. For BBC One, they were aiming for a sort of family audience. I don't know what they were aiming for.
I like how you write about you knew you could write gags, but writing a long form comedy or a story was a different story. And the length and breadth of how your brain works with Blackadder. I mean, did you have a childhood love of history? Where does this stuff come from?
I think, I talk, the book's, got lots of great anecdotes in it, I hope, lots of stories, how I saved Stephen Fry's life, Robert De Niro eating my food. George Harrison tried to get me to drink my own wee. If you want to know why, you'll have to look in the book.
Or come to see you talk about it.
Exactly.
I know you're going to be coming to Australia to talk about all the stories in the book.
I am indeed. And because, of course, there's a huge Australian element to the book. More than an element. When I was 28, my life became half Australian. And it's partly because of Rick Mayall. Rick Mayall and I were coming to tour Australia, and the Australian unions in those days insisted on 2 Aussies for every POM on any bill. You had to employ 2 Australians. And to our great good fortune, our Aussie promoter, Michael Edgley, booked an all-girl band from Perth, and I ended up marrying the bass player, and my life changed completely because, here I am, an Australian. I'm not just an Australian. I've got an AO. I'm an Order of Australian. And let me tell you now, the Poms haven't given me anything, that's for sure. And they knighted Baldrick. Can you believe that? And I've had nothing. Anyway, so H.G. Nelson, my dear friend, who was on my British show back in the 90s with Roy, is going to talk to me about my book on stage live, and we'll take some questions. So, if you want to come along, I'm sure with HG there, it'll get rough and ready. You could come along and see me cancelled. It could happen. You never know, because we're going to be being very honest. Well, we're going to stand in our truth.
Maybe if you go full Gandhi and start drinking a cup of your own around there, that could be a thing.
Take George Harrison's advice finally. It was very loving advice.
You might have missed out on something, Ben. It might be really good.
I never did. I've got to be honest. I'd pretty much do anything for a Beatle, but not that, I have to admit.
Ben Elton, it's always great to talk to you. For tickets to see Ben Elton on tour, head to fane.com.au and check out his new book, What Have I Done? It's available right now. It's a great read. Ben, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda.
You got a big cluster.
Oh, Brendan, you wanted to call this competition that, and I said don't do it because you can't do it.
It was one of the greats over our 20 years. Remember Head Jam?
Head Jam. It became Head Jam because you couldn't say...
I wanted to call it Fustercluck.
Don't even say it.
Anyway, it's over our 20-year period. Coming up, Smart versus Dart.
I'm going to predict...
I noticed that hasn't landed in our book, Pump Up the Jam.
Well, it's relatively new. We've only started it this year. I am going to, obviously, when I say I mean the universe channeled through me is going to pick the winner of this weekend's 2 big games.
Sharks versus Storm on Friday night.
Yep.
Broncos versus Penrith on
Sunday night. Sunday afternoon. And then, this is incredible, I'm also going to pick today who will win the grand final.
I don't understand how this works.
Hang around and I'll explain all.
It makes no sense.
Next up, though, we're going to be talking about Robert Irwin.
Well,
he's continuing to kill it on the dance floor.
A lot of people are saying that Rob and I have the same trajectories. And a little bit of a comparo.
Don't insult him like that.
He danced the tango, and a lot of the judges at the time said the tango was my best dance. And that's what they're saying about Rob Irwin. You see what's happening here?
Let it go.
Jam Nation. After breaking the internet with his debut performance on Dancing with the Stars last week, Robert Irwin has yet again wowed viewers with his tango on Dancing with the Stars.
He's absolutely extraordinary. He finished at the top of the leaderboard again.
And I know that you don't like me resting on my laurels from Dancing with the Stars.
Let's explain the nature of laurels. I mean, you were very, very popular.
I know you don't like me shining on TV because you don't think I'm any good on it, but I will say this.
That's so not true.
Back then, in those days, this young kid.
Who, him or you?
Me and Robert.
How old were you then? You weren't a kid.
I was 30.
No, you're in your late 40s.
I was 46, yeah, that's right. 40, wow,
This young kid came from nowhere.
This young
a top-rating radio show.
This young middle-aged man.
I love you on TV, and you were hugely... I do.
Yeah,
and you
sure.
were... What's this about?
No, it's not about anything.
And you were
I just know facts.
hugely popular.
Yes.
On that, you really were. People loved you, not for your dancing. We're allowed to say that. Am I allowed to say that? They loved you on Dancing with the Stars, but not because you're dancing.
A lot of people are saying best dance of the night, such a sexy tango, love this hot tango. Oh, this is just about me.
No, that was what they said about Robert.
The kid has got the gift. And I think he's a bit better than what I was, if I remember rightly.
We all remember
But
rightly.
let's, we're former players from Dancing with the Stars. You were on it in 2006.
I've wiped it from my memory.
I was on it in 2013. Do you remember the tango?
I don't really.
It's all about this, framing. Remember that?
And
framing.
really strong
Straight
framing.
back, strident steps.
Yeah, and when I was hosting it, you could see it in others, but I couldn't remember doing it myself. I have wiped it from my memory.
Let's get Robert up on the big screen and see. Let's check out his chops.
Dancing the tango with his partner Whitney Carson. It's Robert Irwin.
Wow, look at this. Straight out of the box. Look at, see what I mean? The snap. See the snap?
Look at this. It's about to speed up.
Hang on. Now he's left his partner.
He's doing solo dance.
Oh, my God, I got chills. Look at this.
He is...
What the hell is that? And look, okay.
Strong,
frame.
snappy.
Snap. See the snap? Bang, bang, bang.
How did you go?
Hang on.
What did they say about him?
We'll get to that. Then there was my tango at the time. And
Were you dressed as Dracula?
That's me.
There's a lot of smoke on the floor.
A lot of my dance teacher said more smoke.
Cover his feet.
Covers up a lot of sins. No, but hang on, look at that. Look at the frame. See?
Is this the dance that it ended with you putting her in a coffin and sitting
Hang on, we're getting to that. There she goes. See, look at that. Yes, and I did put her in a coffin at the end.
Yeah, and sat on top of it.
But, if I remember, so the judges said this for Robert.
Robert in leading man mode. Powerful, clean, clear. That's staccato. I mean, come on. Whiplash style. Full on Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman.
And what'd they say about you?
They loved him.
My God. This may be the kiss of death, but you actually stayed in time.
This young kid's going to go places.
And
I reckon Robert Earl will do well too.
He was compared to Hugh Jackman. You were probably compared to Yahoo Serious, but I think it's brilliant.
I was the count. I came to suck.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I like football. He likes football. She likes football. We all love rugby.
Well, here we are. Finals week 3, the preliminary final round. There's 2 matches this weekend. Friday, Storm versus Sharks. Sunday, Broncos, Panthers. The winners of those 2 games will play each other in the grand final. We are live on Instagram Live if you'd like to join us. What we've decided to do is, because my throwing seems more accurate when I'm blindfolded...
You look like an artist for Sculptures by the Sea.
What I've done is, as a blindfold, and it stinks, I'm wearing your throat coat, your neck covering, and it smells of neck and skin cells. You have your visor from your helmet covered. Because the Sharks are playing, there's no favouritism. This is just the universe speaking through me. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to throw a dart to see who's going to win, Storm versus Sharks.
Yep.
I will throw another dart to see who's going to win, Broncos versus Panthers.
And that's where we're done.
The winner of those games will be played out here today. We'll both be blindfolded still. You will be handed the balloons of those winning teams, and I will predict the winner of the grand final. Do you understand, Brendan?
That's kind of bold, isn't it?
It is kind of bold. Ask the universe. This is how it goes. Nostradamus. That's what I am. I'm going to pick a winner.
But it's all pretty...
Hey!
It's all pretty moot.
Well, of course it is. But this is how the universe is going to do it. So stand up. Let's get going.
Brian's here, by the way.
Brian is going to have to commentate what's happened.
This before.
Last week, I threw a dart and it hit that camera over there, which is perversely quite out of the trajectory of where I'm trying to aim. So we'll see how we go. I'm going to put my blindfold down now. Let's do the first one first. In Melbourne, Storm versus the Sharks. Storm is predicted to win.
So here we go. Amanda is blindfolded and facing me with darts, which has made me nervous.
Is everyone out of the way, apart from Brendan?
Everyone is now out of the way.
And is Brendan ready?
He is ready and he's waving the dart.
Who was it? Who did I pick?
The first one is the Melbourne Storm.
Oh, the Storm. Game number 2, Panthers versus Broncos.
Jonesy has just been handed his balloons.
The experts have said Panthers. What does the dart say? Tell me when he's ready, and is everyone once again out of the way?
Amanda is ready, but you are facing Jenna, so don't do that.
Okay. How weird that my throwing is so accurate when I can't see. You ready, Brendan?
Yep.
Brendan is ready.
Say your voice so I see where you are.
Less talking, more throwing.
And we've had a miss. We've had another miss, but it's hit Jonesy, and we have now got our second
Who was it?
winner. It is the Panthers.
All right, so now, according to the universe...
According to Nostradamus...
The Panthers will be taking on the Storm in the grand final. Please hand Brendan a balloon of each of the teams. I'm about to predict... Well, the universe is about to predict who will win the grand final, and so far I think it's pretty accurate.
So Amanda is blindfolded yet again.
Is everyone out of the way?
Everyone is out of the way.
Brendan, say some words so I know where you are.
I'm right here.
Here we go. We've had a miss, but it's hit Jonesy in the face. And Amanda's actually hit the board behind Jonesy and it's stayed. Here we go. And we've had another miss. And we've got ourselves a winner. And the winner of the grand final this year will be the Melbourne Storm.
The Melbourne Storm, as predicted by Nostradamus. I've picked a winner. I'm going to keep saying that until everyone's enjoying it. Well, I've loved the way we've picked our winners this year. She said picking a little bit of snot out of her nose at the same time.
It's still moot.
But how accurate was my throwing when I'm blindfolded? Unbelievable. Those results, if you need to know, will be up on our socials so you can do your betting accordingly.
And gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly, please, like I do.
Has arrived. Yesterday we gave away $2,000. Would you like to have a crack?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Who it is the gram right now?
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
It just goes to show 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You could pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, you win $1,000.
This is what Georgia did yesterday.
Georgia, she got the $1,000. Boom. And then, without even me needing to put on the tempting pants.
She chose to answer a bonus question and play for $2,000, double or nothing.
You're risking it all, Georgia.
You are playing for $2,000, and here is your question. Which mythical creature is reborn from ashes?
I think it.
You've
There
done
it
it.
is.
$2,000 for Georgia.
It was just a doddle for Georgia, really. Look at her go.
Look at her go. It's up for grabs again today.
This could happen for Adam of Narrabeen. Hello, Adam.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hi, Adam. Let's have a crack at this. Let's see if we can get you some money today.
Yeah, sure. Sounds great.
All right, 10 questions.
On the weekend, I reckon.
All right, well, let's do it. 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass. We might have time to come back. Okay, deep breath. You ready to focus?
I'm focusing.
Adam, here we go. Here comes question number 1. What do you call a baby bear?
Cub.
Question 2. In what country would you find Cancun?
Mexico.
Question 3. Melatonin tablets are taken to improve what?
Sleep.
Question 4. What flavour of drink is Solo?
Lemon.
Question 5. Airbnb originated in which country?
Pass.
Question 6. The town of Waterford is known for what household item?
Pass.
Question 7. Rob Thomas is the lead singer of which band?
God, I got that. Matchbox 20.
Question 8. Zeus is a god depicted in which ancient mythology?
Pass.
Question 9. What does the acronym PIN stand for?
Personal identification number.
Question 10. Who is the major villain in Alice in Wonderland?
Ooh, pass.
Back to question 5. Airbnb regional. Did you say fart?
Oh, I'm
or
going to say USA.
USA
right.
was Airbnb. Waterford is known for...
Oh, is it Crystal?
It's Crystal.
You know it.
And Zeus is a god depicted in which ancient mythology? Greek mythology.
Say
was
Greek.
the answer.
Greece.
And Alice in Wonderland, who was the big villain?
It was a Queen of Hearts.
Right. Yeah.
Playing with the Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Yeah, sorry.
Adam, don't be sorry. You did very well.
That was some good questions,
Thank you.
Adam. You had a good crack, a red hot go, indeed. And it'll be back again tomorrow. $2,000 could be yours with Instagram.
Coming up next, are you the kind of person that holds a grudge? We're going to be talking about that.
Damnation.
I'm going to ask you this, Brendan. Are you a grudge holder?
No, I couldn't be bothered. Yeah,
You're the sort that has a burst of anger and then it's gone.
Yeah, I have and then it's gone.
And then it's gone. Whereas I'm a grudge holder and I'm a sulker, and if you hurt my feelings, I'll hold on to that, which is why we're a terrible combination. Because you go, bleh, and you think, well, get over it. I'm over it.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah, what's the matter with you? Not realising that you've shot me with an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Double H Hattery drops today. This is the podcast I do with Anita McGregor. And we're looking at the nature of a grudge. She's a forensic psychologist, so she brings an interesting spin to these things. And some of the research says that a grudge can be enjoyable, which is why we like them, because a short dose of anger releases dopamine, and the dopamine is the pleasure chemical. But it's not healthy for you to hold on to a grudge, because if you do that too much, if you're rubbing that dopamine hit, that nub too often, you'll lose the ability to feel real pleasure. And you lean into the grudge. You're pulling faces. Isn't rude words.
Sounds so good. Sounds creepy. Nub and rubbing
and pleasure.
And pleasure.
But to get over a grudge, and sometimes people can't remember what the original sin was that created
What
the
was
grudge.
the original sin, according to In Excess?
It's almost like chronic pain. You can't remember what the genesis of it was.
And now we're talking about Genesis.
Forgiveness, says this psychologist here, is the quality of withdrawing the ability that you give other people to ruin your day.
Yeah, because
so you're the one that has control over your emotions over this.
Because isn't it that old saying, to err is human, to forgive is divine?
But it's also like to forgive releases you. That's your freedom button. To forgive this grudge is your ticket to freedom. Having said that, we get pleasure from grudges, which is why people hold on to them. Okay. My mum had an argument. I was too young and just sort of relatively disinterested to follow the story. Mum's not here now, and now I'm fascinated. Mm-hmm. She had a falling out with someone who'd been a very close friend of hers because over something that they were discussing about the pilot. What year was the pilot strike?
Oh, which one? There was a few. There was one in the 60s and then there was one in the 80s.
I think it might have been the one in the 80s.
With Bob Hawke?
It
would have been the 80s.
In the 80s. And so, but Mum had a falling out with this friend and I don't think they spoke again.
Really?
Yeah. But a grudge isn't a fight, because a fight is explosive and goes. A grudge, I think, is a small nub, use that word again, that you hold on to.
Where two people don't talk to each other about stuff.
Yeah. Tribal Drum is going to beat for this. Tales of the Grudge.
Yeah.
Have you had some falling out years ago that you're still holding on to? Or maybe it's quite valid that you have this grudge. Mm-hmm. Everyone else thinks you're being stupid, but they hurt your feelings.
In a way, Mick Hucknall from Simply Red was rude to me back in 1996 in an interview, and I've never had him on the show since in my career. Every time Mick Hucknall's been offered, I've just gone, nah.
Do you rub your nub over it?
No, I don't care. I just go, nah, he's rude. and he was rude in 1996.
Do you get a dopamine hit, though,
I
when
do,
you
actually.
think
I
of
get a
the
bit of
Grudge?
satisfaction.
Yeah.
And because now he's not a big deal anymore. So
And we love being right.
Yeah, and there was a time when he was a really big deal, and I still remember going, oh, no. But, you know, he was doing good songs, but he hasn't done anything good, so it makes it quite sweet.
Yeah.
Sucked in,
See?
Hucknell. Good luck playing in front of 10 people.
It can still trigger big emotions. Tales of the Grudge. What have you got for us if you're our man of the match? Double pass to the Red Hot Summer Tour.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Holding a grudge.
Holding a grudge.
It's not good for you.
You get a dopamine hit with the feeling of a grudge. So that's why you lean into it. That's why you like it. But it's not good for you to hold on to it.
But little grudges aren't bad.
But sometimes you forget what the grudge was actually about.
Yeah.
That's the nature sometimes of a grudge.
Have you been to the Middle East lately?
Doesn't grudge sound like a funny word when you break it down? Grudge.
Carrying a grudge.
Grudge for the Grinch.
The tribal drummers beating Tales of the Grudge.
Not happy, Jen!
Hello, Vince. Who's holding the grudge?
Hello, Jonesy. Hello, Brenda. And Amanda, how are we going?
Jonesy, Brendan and Amanda, it was going to happen.
Sorry. No, mine, my, well, now ex-wife, threw me out of my own place many moons ago now because she was in a not very good mood. And then she tried to sort of get back with me afterwards, after I'd moved out. And by then it was a bit too late. The grudge had worked its magic.
So you held on to the grudge?
Oh, yes.
Right, okay.
So,
but I think it's paid off, though, because I've since got remarried.
Okay, good.
Right.
Seems a bit of skirting around subjects. So she threw you out. Women, by and large, don't throw you out for no reason.
Oh, no. This was, she felt like throwing me out.
Right, she felt like throwing you out, but then she said, actually, I can get past this, but you couldn't because you held a grudge, and that was the marriage ending.
Right, okay.
Yes, that's right, and that was the marriage ending. But it's paid off.
Yeah.
So, you know, if someone's good to me, I'll be 10 times as good to them. But if someone upsets me, I am a Scorpio too, so that might have something to do with it.
If someone upsets you, that's it.
You're like the Hulk.
Yes, that's right. Thank you, Brendan.
But hopefully your pants stay. Well, it's funny, as you've always said,
intact.
Brendan, it's funny with the Hulk that his calves split the pants, but they still stay on at the top bit for his modesty.
Either very small genitals or a strong gusset.
Right.
Just saying.
Well,
Don't
that's
make
for another
Vince angry.
discussion.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry. A pantsless Vince. I still think that's a major grudge. We're looking at, like
a grudge is a grudge.
Your mum talking about the airline strike.
But to leave a marriage over a grudge is a big deal. This is what a grudge is.
I feel that I'm being left wanting.
What do you want?
Well, I just want someone left the milk cap off and they had a grudge for 50 years.
We might get that, but a grudge is a grudge is a grudge. We're not here to judge the quality of your grudge.
Okay.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Jonesy and Amanda.
What do you know about numerology?
Nothing.
How many fingers am I holding up? Just that middle one.
Hello there. The tribal drummer's been beating Tales of the Grudge. These are lightweight grudges, not big grudges.
No, it can be anything. A grudge is a grudge.
Yeah.
And as we've said, we get a dopamine hit when we have a grudge, which is why it's pleasurable. But it's not good to hold on to it over a long period of time. But forgiveness is tough.
I'm talking about, say, my late Nana Mari, for example. They wanted to sell her Holden and put her in a Japanese car in the 70s, and she had this outrage, wouldn't go in a Japanese car.
That's a big grudge.
Is that a big grudge?
That's a big grudge. She was opposed to a whole nation.
At the time, this would have been 1985, actually, so we all prepared to come on, Nana, what's the big deal?
Yes, we forgot that.
That whole thing's fallen to bits.
She was fully adjacent to what went on in World War II.
Fully adjacent, and she said, I'm not getting in a Datsun. I will not.
And what happened?
Well, they had to go back to the car dealer and get the old H.R. Holden back.
Well, that's a big grudge.
Okay. The tribal drummer's beating for Tales of the Grudge.
Happy, Jen!
And maybe all grudges are big.
Well, to you they are. If that's your grudge, you're holding on to it, a little nugget that you feel when you talk about it.
Maybe that slight that Mick Hucknall did to me all those years ago in 1996 in the Heritage Hotel in Brisbane, maybe I should let that go. And so next time he is offered up on our show, we should say, come on, Mick, why don't you come on our show?
Nah. Hello, Sarah.
Sarah.
Hi, how you going?
Very well. Is this your grudge?
Yeah, it's probably not the best one to have, but you know that kid that's at school that is, I don't know, they're just mean and they're nasty and no one else sees it. and they're mean and nasty to your kid.
Right.
And then that kid kind of and your kid get on and then are friends, but then they come home to play and you're like, I just don't like him.
No.
Oh, yeah, right, because he's mean.
And you try to be the adult, but you're holding that grudge against, like, I know, a 10-year-old.
You've got to be the bigger person.
Does it manifest? Like, do you put, like, less nice things in their sandwiches?
Yes, because then they do it again and then your kid just forgives them and you're like, I can't do that.
No.
Yep. So that kid comes around, you offer your kid nice green cordial, GI green cordial, and the other kid gets some brackish tap water.
Oh, no, look, I don't stoop that low, thank goodness, but at the same time, you just kind of go,
Yeah.
Never underestimate the power of brackish tap water.
Or never underestimate the power of a cranky mother. You annoy my kid, I will never get over it.
You
I know,
do.
it's true.
You
Brings out the lioness, Sarah, doesn't it?
It's Mama Bear right there.
That's right. Mama Bear with a grudge.
Sarah, thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Well, my son is studying communications media at uni.
What do they do with that?
I don't know.
How do you give away icy cold cans of Coke?
Well, he loves the idea of radio, which is why he, a couple of days a week, works with ATN, the Australian Traffic Network, and who do our traffic.
Yeah.
And he, for the first time ever, has been doing our traffic this morning. And, you know, I just think what a beautiful thing when I held him in my arms as a little baby to think our careers would collide like this. And I texted him last night because he knew he had to get up at the crack of dawn. And I said, I'm so excited for our jobs to collide tomorrow morning. And he said, I know, what a cool moment.
What a cool moment.
And it really, really is. And I've been listening to him today and he's doing such a
And
good
he's got
job.
the skills. He's not just some Nepo baby. He
Not at
applied
all.
for
He
the
got this job
We
all on
didn't
his
know what he
own.
was doing. He had a neck minute.
Neck minute.
I said, I could have pulled some strings, mate. I can get anyone on the radio. But no, he wanted to do it by himself.
Absolutely.
But let's have a listen to his chops.
Greenacre, fire crews are packed up. All lanes are reopened on the Hume Highway, Baronia Road. Traffic's picking back up to speed. Taking a look at the M4, it's taking 35 minutes eastbound from Mulgora Road to Church Street.
Isn't it?
Nice inflections.
In Casula, the Hume Highway is slow northbound as you approach the M5, and Seven Hills, Old Windsor Road is busy both ways at Powers Road.
It's all well and good to do that, but what about the money makers? What
do you
about
mean?
what about the credits?
Save up to 30% off selected sofas, furniture, and homewares. Get into Harris Farm and get value with values like their economy whole beef rump.
Sell it, baby.
Nothing packs the flavour like Red Rooster's 550 pineapple sub box.
He likes the
Nothing
Red Rooster.
comes close to a holiday with Celebrity Cruises.
Yeah. And then there's this.
Save up to 30% off selected Celebrity massive pineapple balls. Get it where you can, while you can.
That sounds more like him.
Give him a Caruso script. He's ready to talk about.
Oh, dear. Well done, Jack. I've loved listening to it
Good
today.
work, mate.
Well done.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the ghoulies get together.
What ghoulies do we have today?
You know what gets my ghoulies? When your son constantly throws his dirty clothes behind his bedroom door and you keep telling him to put in the basket and this goes on forever. And so you decide to put him under his pillow to teach him a lesson and he doesn't even notice and he sleeps with them and the next morning they're back behind the door again. That gets my ghoulies.
Kids.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what they do. When my youngest son, I once caught him getting undressed in the laundry basket.
Really?
Yeah. So
Saving time and space?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Still lives in it. What else have we got?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda, my girlie. You seen the size of these bloody Christmas mince tarts? You poke her eye out with them. Thank you.
Is he complaining that they're too big?
What would you prefer? Big tart or little tart?
I'm not a fan of the fruit mince tart, are you?
Does anyone eat those? There's like those candy canes.
There's the kind of thing you take to someone's house, but you never eat them. They're put out on a table at Christmas. Does anyone actually eat them?
I don't know what I'm more outraged about, the size of the tart or the fact that we're talking about Christmas stuff now.
And also, when you say candy cane, no one eats a candy cane.
No.
They're just for decoration, aren't they? Surely.
No one has those things. Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, you can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It is 7 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins a double pass to the Red Hot Summer Tour. The Red Hot Summer Tour has Paul Kelly, Missy Higgins and much more at Werribee Park. Tickets from Ticketmaster.
I'm going to award this to Susie. She sent me a garment. It's the Sharky.
A
A garment.
You know how to sell it.
It's a Sharky Sloppy Joe, and it's got my name on the back. I'm not one of those people that walks around with my name on me. Like, it seems a little...
You won't even tell someone at the coffee shop when you order a coffee what your name is.
I'm not like a look at me person, but Susie has made this. I am not a look at me person. Where are you getting this from?
Nothing.
What do you think? I'm a look at me person?
Very
Give me one
much.
example of when I've been a look at me person.
Well,
Wait.
Well, I know you don't like wearing merch. I will give that to you, even if it's Sharks merch. That's not your thing.
I'm not a merch guy.
No, you're not a merch guy. Will you wear that when you watch them? Look, the darts today
Yes, that's
predicted a win for Storm.
According to Amanda, soothsayer Amanda, it's taught me out
The
right.
Storm's going to win the grand final, according to my soothsaying ways.
Just goes to show.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Thank you, Susie. I appreciate that. I will wear it in the privacy of my own home.
Well, what a gratefully received gift.
We will be back.
Thank you. I'll wear it in the dark.
Tomorrow for Friday's show. Higo has arrived. $10,000, 24 hours, blow 10K in a day is back with Higo from 9 o'clock. You could get a lot of bling with your name on it if you want. You could get one of those boxing gowns that they wear with your name on it.
Yeah.
Munz.
I'll just wear it in the darkness of my own home.
As you walk out onto
Thank you
the
for
ring.
the thought.
I think it works out well.
We, of course, are back tonight for Jam Nation.
Yes, looking forward to that. We'll catch you at 6 o'clock.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.